안녕하세요, 안차키입니다. Now, glad you've decided to join this edition of Let's Speak Korean. 다시 만나서 반갑습니다. 지승현 선생님, 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 지승현입니다. Nice to see you again. Well, I don't know about you, but I had a really tough time last week.
Why?
I caught a cold.
Oh, are you feeling better now?
Yeah, I took a cold medicine right before I came here, so I feel a little bit better. And I should be.
다행이에요. 네. Okay, well, we wouldn't want 선생님 or our viewers to miss our lessons now, would we? Okay, now I'm sure you're looking forward to our lesson this time, so why don't we get started? Let's find out what's in store.
어디가 아파요?
배가 아파요.
뭘 먹었어요?
어제 술을 많이 마셨어요.
그럼 머리도 아파요?
네, 머리도 조금 아파요.
잠깐만 기다리세요.
All right, now Michael doesn't seem to be feeling too well. The pharmacist asks him where it hurts, and Michael complains of pain in his stomach and his head. Now, I don't think this is the first time that Michael has had a hangover. Well, okay, in this lesson, we're going to learn how to ask someone where they hurt, and we'll also learn how to answer the question. Let's get a check of the expressions in this lesson now. The key expressions in this lesson are, first of all, how to tell someone where we hurt. State the part of your body that hurts, add the subject particle 가, and follow that with the verb for to hurt, 아프다, in its present tense form, 가 아파요. The next expression is how to ask someone where they hurt. 어디가 아파요? Now, before we go any further, let's get a check of the vocabulary that we'll need to learn those expressions. Please listen to 선생님.
머리, 머리. 배, 배. 팔, 팔. 다리, 다리. 귀, 귀. 눈, 눈.
Now, that wasn't too difficult, was it? Okay, those are the words that you will need to learn the expressions. Now, you'll need them to answer someone when he or she asks you where it hurts. Now, let's go to the clip to find out how these words are used.
어디가 아파요?
배가 아파요.
Now, when you want to tell someone where it hurts, all you have to do is state the word for the part of the body plus the expression 가 아파요. Now, for example, your eyes, for one, would hurt if you study through the night, wouldn't they? Now, how would we say my eyes hurt in Korean? Let's find out.
눈이 아파요.
But wait a minute, didn't we just say the expression was the part of the body plus 가 아파요? But in the expression that we just heard, it was not the subject particle 가, but we used 이. Now, it seems that we can use both 가 and 이 as the subject particle. Now, 선생님, could you tell us how to differentiate between the two?
Sure. Some of you may remember the rule. Okay, let's check it out. If the word ends in a vowel sound, we add subject particle 가, and if the word ends in a consonant, we add subject particle 이. Do you remember?
Now, let's get a wrap-up of the points that we have learned up to here.
머리가 아파요. 배가 아파요. 팔이 아파요. 다리가 아파요. 귀가 아파요. 눈이 아파요.
어디가 아파요?
배가 아파요.
그럼 머리도 아파요?
네, 머리도 조금 아파요.
Now, Michael is obviously in pain, and the pharmacist asks him where it hurts. Where does it hurt? In Korean now.
어디가 아파요?
Now, the word 어디 is asking where, and 아파요 means does it hurt? Now, this is in the question form of the adjective 아프다, right? Okay, Michael rubs his stomach and says he has a stomach ache. Now, this is not the only part of his body that hurts. He also has a headache, it seems, right? Now, my head also hurts a little. Let's try that in Korean.
머리도 조금 아파요.
Now, 머리 is the head. This is a slight variation from what we have learned earlier. Now, instead of the particle 가, he uses the word 도. Now, the word 도 is used when there are two or more things happening at the same time. Okay, Michael uses this word because his stomach and his head are hurting, right? My ear and my eye hurt. Now, how would we say that in Korean?
귀도 아프고 눈도 아파요.
Now, when you use the word 도, you don't have to worry about whether the word that comes before ends in a vowel or a consonant. It doesn't matter. Now, why don't we get some practice with 선생님?
어디가 아파요? 배가 아파요. 머리가 아파요. 배가 아프고 머리도 조금 아파요.
Now, let's say that we are at a pharmacy. Let's use all the expressions that we have learned so far to conduct a little conversation. Please join 선생님 and I. 어디가 아파요?
배가 아파요.
어디가 아파요?
머리가 아파요.
배가 아파요?
네, 배가 아파요.
그럼 머리도 아파요?
네, 머리도 조금 아파요.
Now, we're learning these expressions now, but I hope you won't have to use them too often. But of course, it won't hurt for you to know the expressions, so please try to memorize them. For some extra expressions. Now, as always, there were some new words in this lesson. Okay, the pharmacist says, 잠깐만 기다리세요 to Michael. Now, this is asking someone to wait for a little while. Now, I'm sure you've heard this being used in many instances. You can also use it to tell someone to hold on when you call someone to answer the phone, for instance. Now, in this case, it means please hold on one moment, right? Okay, let's follow along with 선생님 now.
잠깐만 기다리세요. 잠깐만 기다리세요.
It's time to get a wrap-up of the lesson. Now, please listen carefully to the expressions one by one as we go along with the clip.
어디가 아파요?
어디가 아파요?
배가 아파요.
배가 아파요.
뭘 먹었어요?
무얼 먹었어요?
어제 술을 많이 마셨어요.
어제 술을 많이 마셨어요.
그럼 머리도 아파요?
그럼 머리도 아파요?
네, 머리도 조금 아파요.
네, 머리도 조금 아파요.
잠깐만 기다리세요.
잠깐만 기다리세요.
Very good. Now, here's a look at the entire clip once again, so please listen carefully.
어디가 아파요?
배가 아파요.
뭘 먹었어요?
어제 술을 많이 마셨어요.
그럼 머리도 아파요?
네, 머리도 조금 아파요.
잠깐만 기다리세요.
Now, let's continue our study of some rules on Korean pronunciation. Now, when a letter ends in a consonant sound and the next letter begins with the character iung, the consonant and the character iung combine together. Now, there are exceptions, 2 exceptions that is, and that is when the final character ends in either the character iung or the character hyut. Okay, let's try pronouncing some examples.
강아지, 강아지. 좋아요, 좋아요.
Can you tell the difference between the 2 words? Well, when the characters iung and iung meet back to back, then they are pronounced separately. 강아지. When the character hyut meets with iung, the character hyut becomes silent, so it's pronounced as 좋아요. Let's try repeating after 선생님.
꽃을, 꽃을. 부엌에, 부엌에. 강아지, 강아지. 좋아요, 좋아요.
Now, in this lesson, we learned some expressions that we can use when we want to tell someone where it hurts when we're not feeling too well. Now, 선생님, 어디가 아파요?
귀가 조금 아파요.
I see. All right, let's wrap up this edition of Let's Speak Korean. Now, remember that these expressions might come in very handy, so try to memorize them. Well then, until next time, 안녕히 계세요.